Hello, thanks for downloading the podcast from historychappy.com and iTunes. The question we're debating today is how far do you agree that Kirov's murder was the main cause of the Great Terror? It's aimed at AS students of the Stalin module 1924 to 1953. We're going to hear from various groups promoting various different points. We're going to start with the group that suggests Lenin's police state was the main cause of the Great Terror. Okay, let's hear it from you. Maximum one minute. Let's go.
Stalin wouldn't have been able to kill Kirov because of the opposition he brought upon the communist state, because he used the police state basically and a secret police to murder Kirov, but there was no evidence of an organized plot to bring down Soviet government, and Kirov was never a member of the secret police organization, which meant he didn't have that much power.
Also, Stalin needed the police in order to create a terror, because otherwise people wouldn't fear being exiled or executed. And Stalin exiled 30 to 40,000 people, which actually created the Great Terror, because without it he wouldn't have been able to issue any of his plans.
Thank you very much indeed. A strong case made. Let's hear that it was Stalin's paranoia that was the main cause of the Great Terror. Away you go, sir.
Stalin was worried and frightened, and when people are scared, they may overreact or react differently. He was afraid for a number of reasons. He was scared of assassination, and he was worried that the Red Army and secret police had too much power. Additionally, old members of the party knew what Lenin's real opinions of Stalin were, and they could sabotage him. Finally, Trotsky, Zinoviev, Kamenev, and Bukharin had all been removed from leading roles within the party, and why wouldn't the same happen to Stalin? These fears led to him feeling unable to trust many within the Communist Party, and he needed to act to remove these threats. And his paranoia had been building up from the beginning of his leadership, as any dictator would experience.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's hear that it was a scapegoat for failings. Let's hear from you. Thank you.
We think that Stalin's need for a scapegoat for the failings of the 5-year plans was the main cause of the Great Terror. Stalin had always had ulterior motives behind his actions, such as his devious tactics used when he emerged as leader. His main incentive in this case was to blame the 5-year plans on his political opponents, such as Zinoviev, and the wreckers employed by them. In this way, Stalin was able to escape criticism that may have cost him his power regarding the 5-year plans and collectivization. And Kirov's murder wouldn't be the main cause, because it was only an opportunity that presented itself at the right time. Stalin would have eventually found another opportunity to ignite the Great Terror.
Thank you so much indeed. Let's hear that it was a need for slave labourers in the gulags. Let's hear from you. Away you go.
We believe that the main cause of the Great Terror was the need for slave labourers, because many workers were needed at that time to complete the projects that were commissioned and built during the 5-year plan. And under the Great Terror, purges were carried out to send people to prison camps, and this became a source of slave labourers. So without the need for slave labourers, perhaps Stalin wouldn't have launched the Great Terror.
Thank you very much indeed, miss. Let's hear that it was the Congress of Victors. Thank you. Away you go.
The concept of the paranoia that played a significant role in the Great Terror stemmed from the Congress of Victors, as within the Congress of Victors, Stalin saw that Kirov was gaining power, and many were calling for him to run as general secretary against Stalin. And it was this that made Stalin decide that there was a need to purge the party, and therefore, had the Congress of Victors not been established, there wouldn't have been the platform for the paranoia to begin, which led to the murder of Kirov, the murder of Kirov was more a part of the Great Terror than a cause of it.
Very eloquently framed argument, ma'am. Thank you very much indeed. Let's hear it was Kirov's murder, finally. Away you go.
We believe that it's Kirov's murder because it proved that there could actually be a secret terror group, and no one knew for certain that it was Stalin who killed him, and that would put Stalin into danger and would want him to make sure, to cleanse everything. And also it was evidence of widespread conspiracy within the Communist Party to overthrow his government, and the only way out is by cleansing the Communist Party, which led to the Great Terror.
Thank you very much indeed. Let us know what you think. You can tweet us at History Chappy. Thanks for downloading this podcast from iTunes or historychappy.com. Thanks, bye.